So this is after the Bears loss, and this is Ned Steeler, and this is a parody, and we're going to play this to start this video out.
Obviously, we let that one get away from us. They were who we thought they were. Obviously, they were exactly, obviously, who we thought they were. Schematically, they were who we thought they were. In all three phases of the game, they were who we thought they were. Systematically, as a collectively, they were who we thought they were. Making a collect call, they would be who we thought they were. We let it get away from us.
This guy is great. Yeah. That's the play on the Cardinals coach when the Cardinals had the Bears down. Steelers had the Bears down at one point too. And Dennis Green, what a great soundbite that was. We let him off the hook. Let's see what this one is.
Obviously, schematically, we were F in all three phases of the game. The phase can be spelled with an F. We was an F in all three phases of the game. Look, guys, I'm not going to sit up here and make excuses, but I got some excuses.
All right. That's all I'm going to play. This guy's awesome, and this is just an introduction to this video that I got to do. Get off my bandwagon, Steeler fans. I wanted to fire Tomlin years ago, a decade ago. And I know of people that wanted him fired before that. Mike Tomlin, the cheerleader. Mike Tomlin, best coach to never have a losing season. Mike Tomlin, whose coaching tree is as straight as a board. Mike Tomlin, who, for all of his faults, just can't figure out what a quarterback is and can't teach his team to tackle. So I'm going to let this go on for another second here.
Things happened. Aaron Rodgers had a nose bigger than Ben Stiller's and Steve Carell's, laying on his back in the ocean. Got hit. Hayward, some things were said to Hayward from Josh Allen. I feel like Josh Allen should have been penalized.
This guy's awesome. So you can find him, Josh Pray. I pray the Steelers fire Tomlin. And I pray they get a coach that can actually teach the team to tackle the ball carrier. Get off my bandwagon.
Hey, we all have to be held accountable. And a spade is a spade when in regards to the things that you tried to do just didn't pan out the way you intended it to do.
I think yesterday was one of the lowest and most embarrassing Sundays of Mike Tomlin's tenure. Great head.
That pretty much says it all. Yes, that game was one of the most embarrassing. Get off my damn bandwagon, Orlovsky. Hopefully the next head coach of the Steelers. This really irritates me. Get off my bandwagon, Cam Newton, you overdressed piece of dog turd. Get off my bandwagon. Okay, let's...
Coach, obviously incredibly accomplished. To have a team go into your building without their starting tackles and line up, and you know this, and run the same run play over and over and over and over.
Well, let's talk about that. I've been saying that for like a decade. If I know what play the Steelers are going to run, what the hell makes anyone on this planet think that the other team's defense doesn't know what play they're going to run? That's on offense. Now on defense, if you can't tackle on a running play, why would you stop running the ball? Get off my bandwagon, Orlovsky. Driving me crazy.
And you not stop it? And you're the Steelers? The Pittsburgh Steelers that have been built on a physical, tough, dominant presence, specifically at home. This team, Buffalo, ran a JV offense last night for the tune of a historical number. And I think when you watch that happen, that takes you back.
Takes me back to a decade ago when I started crying about the tackling then. And, ooh, you're not a true Steeler fan. A true Steeler fan would just be happy. Happy with a mediocre Mike football team that hasn't been able to tackle since James Ferrier left. How long has it been since we've had a middle linebacker that can fill the hole? Ryan Shazier was there. Sadly, he took it in the neck and ended his career.
That takes you back to going, that felt different. It had a feeling of, I haven't seen this before. And name me, Stephen A., you're the fan, name me an organization that has a more dire future perspective than the Steelers do.
I got no interest in what Stephen A. says. That racist piece of crap has been driving me crazy for years. I started to like him, found out he was a Steeler fan, really liked him, found out he was a race-baiting piece of crap that gives white players hell for everything and black players a pass for anything. And I'm sick of him. So let's just end that right here. Just like to remind YouTube, this is fair use. So I'm still going to clip it. But there's nothing going on here that isn't available for everybody. I'm using it for my context only. I am not distributing this for a paywall or anything. This is an opinion on an opinion on an opinion. That's all that's going on here.
Go their separate ways. And this is not an indictment on Mike Tomlin, the coach. I think Mike Tomlin is still one of the best coaches we have in the National Football League.
Excuse me. Mike Tomlin is not one of the best coaches in the National Football League, or his team would be able to tackle. God, okay, so like 15, 16 years ago, some guy was calling him Omar, and I called the guy a racist because you don't do that. You don't start insulting a man just because he looks like another man, just because of the color of his skin, just to make fun of him. So I never called Mike Tomlin Omar, but I can see where it's funny. But he pointed out something. Who is Tomlin coaching? He has been a sideline cheerleader for 2 decades, and everybody's been giving him a pass because of his non-losing seasons. Well, good. Here's your participation trophy. Here's your non-losing season. Get off my bandwagon. Freaking killing me, people.
But there comes a time when the messenger, loses the audience. And I look at this Pittsburgh Steelers team. This is a team where they pushed all of their chips in this year. They went out and signed Aaron Rodgers. They went out and traded for DK Metcalf. They went out and got Jalen Ramsey. They signed TJ Watt. Everything.
Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Cheerleader, cheerleader, cheerleader. Get off my bandwagon. I've been saying it for a decade, and I know a guy that's been saying it for 15 or 16 years. Tomlin is not a coach. He's a cheerleader. He's a manager of people. He should have been a general manager for the Steelers. He would have been a great general manager. He should not be the coach. Get off my Fire Tomlin bandwagon. It's ridiculous the pass everybody gives Mike Tomlin because of he hasn't had a losing season. You know what else having no losing seasons give you? No good draft picks. That's right. You're no longer picking in the top of the round. You're no longer picking somebody that's dropped from the first round into the second round. It is a cluster of bad decisions when Mike Tomlin, the man whose coaching tree, by the way, for the last 20 years, has less branches than an Alabama man has on his family tree. So let's just skip this because all he's going to do is platitudes and praise for Tomlin, and the message is
anywhere else in the league in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Because I think this guy.
Mike Tomlin will get a job anywhere else in the league in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So that'll give that team exactly what? A mediocre coach that's going to take those players to the playoffs. Now, I had my problems with Bill Cowher because Bill Cowher took Chuck Noll's team to the playoffs and got credit for it 6 years in a row. Oh, look at Bill Cowher, Bill Cowher. I go, that's Mike Tomlin's team. Sorry, that's Chuck Noll's team. Mike Tomlin did the same thing with Bill Cowher's players, and I said big deal because Bill Cowher already did that with Chuck Noll's team. Mike Tomlin did it with Bill Cowher's players. Guess what Bill Cowher did, though? He built a Super Bowl champion. What has Mike Tomlin done? What has Mike Tomlin built?
Here's what I know about Mike Tomlin. He's a leader. Mm-hmm. He's an absolute leader.
Cheerleader.
He's not getting older. In my opinion, his message is still current, all those type of things. I just think the roster, I mean, yes.
Oh, give me a break. The roster, you have, God, I heard $170 million, but I know it's at least $100 million a year, which is over half of the salary cap, but well over $100 million a year going to the defense. And half of that, basically, almost half of that going to one player. I would rather have no TJ Watt, all that money, and 5 linebackers that can stop the run over one guy that's going to get you a sack every other game. Maybe if you're lucky, a strip sack fumble in the end zone for the only score of the game. Yeah, that's working out real well. I don't have any desire to hear what this guy says either. I like Rex Ryan, but he's useless.
Yesterday was one of the lowest and most embarrassing Sundays of the Mike Tomlin tenure. Buffalo came in with both of their starting tackles out of the game.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And ran the same formation and same play the whole game. That's embarrassing for Pittsburgh. And I know you put it.
I'm done with this part too. This is ridiculous. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but it's nothing I didn't expect. If they could tackle, if they could fill the gaps, they've been doing this for a decade, where the linebacker goes to fill the A gap. Well, there's 3 or 4 guys already in the A gap. Why can't you go to the B gap where the running back's coming from? No, you get into wash in the A gap, the running back goes through the B gap. Oh, it's just pathetic. Oh my God, I'm done with these guys.
Let's get started. Number 5 headline. The jig is up, the booze are out, they finally had it. The Renegade.
Oh, shut up, Pat. Okay, yeah, Steeler fans are booing Renegade. Well, I've been booing Steelers players for a decade now. And now they're going to make a big deal out of everybody booing Renegade. What is
Over
it
there in Oakland are standing up in their little things doing the thing. Oh, mama. That is what Pittsburgh's about, that moment. Highlights of the defense just demolishing people. It has been symbolic of what the Pittsburgh Steelers are.
Were. What the Steelers were. What did he say?
Little things doing the thing. Oh, mama. That is what Pittsburgh's about, that moment. Highlights of the defense just demolishing people. It has been symbolic of what the Pittsburgh Steelers are.
No, what the Steelers were. The Steelers were a team that could tackle. We're a team that could stop the run. We're a team that could run the ball. Mike Tomlin said it himself in his very first press conference. We're going to stop the run. We're going to run and rock. Yeah, how did that work out for you, Mike? Let's see some more here.
Steelers fans, for the 3rd time this season, playing good teams, are now losing by double scores, double digits. And they had the lead at the halftime of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Had the Bills down, halftime. Had the Packers down, halftime. Oh, by the way, that Packers score, that's one of only 3 times in the last 3 decades where the Steelers had a 10-point lead and blew it. Now, how's that for a Mike Tomlin-led team? And the Seahawks, God, the Seahawks just plowed them in the 4th quarter. Wait a second. The Packers plowed them in the 4th quarter. Wait a second. Buffalo plowed them in the third and fourth quarter. Yeah, that used to be a team that could finish a game. Not anymore. And I'm going to show this real quick. Mike Tomlin, Dan Campbell, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McDermot, Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrable, Ben Johnson. Keven Stefenski won Offensive Coach of the Year twice in 5 years. Mike Tomlin's won a participation trophy and a non-losing season badge. Get off my bandwagon, Pat McAfee. All you guys. I'm sick of Mike Tomlin. I'm sick of the Steelers, and I'm sick of this non-losing season crap. What does finishing middle of the road get you? A middle of the road draft pick, and that's it. It is really getting old. Get off my bandwagon. Fire Tomlin. That's just getting old. It's just getting old. Yes, non-losing season, 20 years. Let's see, the other two teams that have had non-losing seasons that go on that long have been dynasties. Tomlin has built a family tree that's as straight as a twig, a coaching tree that has less branches than Jeremy Grigg's family tree. If you know, you know. So, get off my bandwagon.